Hello, and welcome. Today we're diving into the world of narcissism, exploring the different types and severity levels of this complex personality trait. Let's get started. There are different ways to classify the type and severity of narcissism, depending on the perspective and criteria used. One common approach is to distinguish between adaptive and maladaptive narcissism, which refers to whether the narcissistic traits are helpful or harmful. Another way to categorize narcissism is by identifying 5 distinct types. Let's break them down. 1. Overt narcissism. This is the most classic and obvious type of narcissism, characterized by a sense of grandiosity, a need for admiration, arrogance, and fantasies of unlimited power and success. People with overt narcissism may come across as confident, charismatic, and dominant, but they also tend to be manipulative, entitled, and insensitive to others' feelings and needs. 2. Covet narcissism. This type of narcissism is more hidden and subtle, characterized by a sense of inferiority, vulnerability, and shame. People with covet narcissism may appear as shy, humble, and self-effacing, but they also harbor feelings of resentment, envy, and entitlement. They may seek sympathy and validation from others, while secretly feeling superior and contemptuous of them. 3. Antagonistic narcissism. This type of narcissism is marked by a high level of aggression, hostility, and antagonism towards others. People with antagonistic narcissism may enjoy provoking, humiliating, and dominating others, and have little regard for their rights and feelings. They may also be impulsive, reckless, and prone to antisocial behaviors. 4. Communal narcissism. This type of narcissism is focused on the self in relation to a group or a cause, rather than as an individual. People with communal narcissism may present themselves as altruistic, generous, and self-sacrificing, but they also expect recognition, praise, and admiration for their contributions. They may also exploit or neglect others who do not share their values or goals. 5. Malignant narcissism. This type of narcissism is considered the most severe and dangerous, as it combines the features of overt, covet, and antagonistic narcissism, along with a lack of conscience and empathy. People with malignant narcissism may exhibit extreme levels of narcissism, paranoia, sadism, and psychopathy, and have no remorse or guilt for their actions. The severity of narcissism can vary, but some general indicators of more severe narcissistic tendencies include a pervasive pattern of narcissistic behaviors affecting relationships and functioning, a lack of awareness of the negative impact on oneself and others, resistance to change or seek help, with a tendency to deflect blame onto others, a history of exploiting, abusing, or harming others without remorse or empathy. Now, let's address some common myths surrounding narcissism and uncover the truth behind them. Myth 1: Narcissism versus self-esteem. Narcissism and self-esteem are different concepts. People with high self-esteem have a positive and realistic view of themselves and others, while people with narcissism have a grandiose and inflated view of themselves and a disregard for others. Myth 2: Narcissistic traits. Narcissism can manifest in different ways, such as overt, covet, antagonistic, communal, and malignant. Some narcissists may appear confident, outgoing, and charming, but others may be insecure, shy, and vulnerable. The common factor is that they all have a sense of entitlement and superiority over others. Myth 3: Happiness and satisfaction. Narcissists are often unhappy and dissatisfied with themselves and their lives. They constantly seek external validation and admiration, but they are never satisfied. They may also experience depression, anxiety, loneliness, and low self-worth. Myth 4: Competence and achievements. Narcissists tend to overestimate their own abilities and achievements, and underestimate those of others. They may also take credit for others' work, or blame others for their failures. They may have some talents or skills, but they are not necessarily superior to others in everything they do. Myth 5: Evil and malicious. Narcissists are not inherently evil or malicious, but they are often selfish, insensitive, and exploitative. They may hurt others intentionally or unintentionally, but they do not feel empathy or remorse. They may also rationalize or justify their actions, or deny any wrongdoing. Myth 6: Capability for change. Narcissists can change or be helped, but it is not easy or common. They may not recognize or admit that they have a problem. However, with proper diagnosis, motivation, and therapy, some narcissists may be able to improve their condition and their relationships. By debunking these myths and shedding light on the diverse types and severity levels of narcissism, we can better understand and address this complex personality trait. Thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned for more insights and discussions on a wide range of topics. Until next time, take care and stay curious.